All right. Hello and welcome. This is Stephanie Keenan Ray, and I am here today talking to you about mood management and essential oils. So, um, today we're going to be sharing how we can use essential oils to help with our mood, to help manage stress, all the things. And how we can use them on a daily basis just to help us get through the different ups and downs we may face. So, you know, as we all know, we all go through an influx of emotions up and down throughout the day, throughout different seasons, whatever might be happening in life. And essential oils can really, really help us get through them because they actually work with our body on a cellular level. And when we inhale an essential oil, it actually goes right into our nose and then up into our limbic system. And our limbic system controls so many things in our body. It controls our emotions, our memories. It helps control and regulate our heart rate, our blood pressure, our hormones, all sorts of different physical and psychological parts of our body. And because of that, we will have an immediate physiological and psychological response to that aroma that you've just inhaled. The other thing is the molecular structure of the essential oils is so small that even when you just inhale an essential oil, it's going to, the molecules are going to go into our body and into our bloodstream and start to work on a cellular level. So even inhaling the essential oils, we are getting them into our body. But then we can use them topically, and that will affect it even more. So when we use them aromatically, which would mean to diffuse it or to smell it from the bottle, we will inhale those oils and they will get into our bloodstream and go where we need. But also when we put them on our body, within 30 seconds of applying them to our skin, they are absorbed into our skin, into our body, and they go into our bloodstream. And then they will travel around our body to wherever our body needs it and work on that cellular level. And within 2 hours, the essential oils will dissipate out of our bodies. And then, you may need to reapply or re-smell them, whatever you may need. But the good thing about that is you're not going to OD on essential oils. So it's fantastic. You do need to use them carefully because they are extremely strong. They are about 50 to 70 times stronger than their herbal counterparts. So let's say peppermint. If you would only use 1 drop of peppermint, it's equal to about 70 cups of peppermint tea. So you can use 1 drop of essential oil, or you could take a bath in your peppermint tea. I love this essential oil emotional chart because of the chemical constitution of essential oils, different aromas from certain plants will tend to have an effect on our bodies in specific ways. So the mints tend to be more uplifting and encouraging and help you feel confident, right? The citruses are energizing and uplifting as well. You feel more optimistic and creative. The spicy ones like clove and cinnamon, they bring joy and are bold. So those are the emotions that might be stimulated by smelling or using these oils. The herbs and the grasses are very grounding and calming, comforting. They're great when you're needing a little more love and compassion, right? Um, the trees are very grounding, soothing, yet also uplifting, but they are peaceful, very, very centering. And then the florals are calming, soothing, but also they have this reassuring quality to them. They're kind of like a mom's hug. They are very tranquil and soothing. So depending on what aromas you choose can really shift your emotional state. And then doTERRA loves to make fantastic blends, and this specific wheel has blends that go along with each of those mindsets you're trying to shift. So there's the Motivate blend. So Motivate is going to help motivate you. It's got peppermint and citruses in it, and a little bit of, I believe, might have some vanilla in it. So good. I love this one. It's very invigorating and uplifting. I used to have a job that I really didn't like going to, and I loved to use Motivate on a Monday morning. I had it in a roller bottle and I would roll it on my wrists and on my heart and inhale it and like basically wear it like a perfume. And it helped motivate me to want to get out of the house, to go to this job that I was not enjoying. The Cheer blend is another citrus blend that is fantastic. It's got a whole bunch of citruses with some vanilla, and I absolutely love this one. My nephew calls it sunshine in a bottle. So it's a very happy, joyful blend. And for me, it just helps me feel so uplifted and creative and happy. So this blend, and of course, rightly named Cheer, helps you feel cheerful. And then the Passion blend it's got some of the spices. So it's spicy, but it also has a little bit of floral and some of the and the spice. So it is going to help with it's going to help with passion, but it could be passion romantically or passion for life, passion for your art, passion for whatever it is you need a little zhuzhing up in to get excited about doing and embracing and getting enthusiastic about, right? So the Passion blend is lovely. The Forgive blend is a very powerful herbs, grasses, plant blend. So it's very comforting, and it's wonderful for those when you need to forgive someone and that's why it's called Forgive. Obviously, doTERRA is pretty obvious with their titles, but the Forgive blend is really great for helping you let go and be content with things. So it's one that I like all of the oils in the blend, but when I smell it, sometimes I'm not totally in love with it. But there was one night where I had had a disagreement with my husband, and the next morning it was still kind of, I was holding on to things. So I opened up the box of these oils and I said to myself, what do I need today? And Forgive jumped out at me because clearly I needed to forgive. And the minute I took a smell of that oil, it really just let everything go. I felt so contented and like, it's all right. So it's a powerful one. I loved it that day. I don't go to it often otherwise, but it is a very powerful one. It's one that Forgive and Console, the next one that we're going to talk about. I've heard people wear them or have them on them for things like funerals or certain where emotions might be running a little high, depending on what's happened, right? The Console one is a big one. A lot of people will wear it and be like a human diffuser at a funeral or a wake. And then people will hug them and smell the oil, and it helps themselves, but it also helps the people around them. So that's a pretty powerful way to use your oils, not just for yourself. But the Console blend is it's some florals, and it is a beautiful, beautiful blend, and it has some trees in it as well. So it's very grounding, soothing, reassuring. And yeah, it's a powerful one when you need it. I also really like to mix Console and Passion together to make my own unique aroma. I used to wear that as a perfume quite often, and it made you feel calm, but also a little enthusiastic about life. So it was a good blend. And then the Peace blend is, it's got a little bit of floral and a whole, and it's mostly florals. It's very reassuring, and it's calming, and it's soothing. I believe it has some mints in it, but the Peace blend is also a very nice one for just shifting the energy, helping you feel peaceful, confident, all the things you might need sometimes. So this wheel, I think, helps us understand in a very basic way how, because of certain constituents, chemical constituents in the oils, we're going to have certain responses to them. Now, it doesn't mean that a floral is only going to be calming and soothing. That is its primary thing, but people can utilize it for many other reasons, right? So how can we use our oils to promote our feelings of, say, focus? I love to blend oils together and diffuse them in the air. One of my favorites, yeah, the basil and lavender is a lovely blend, because basil helps with our attention, our focus, and then the lavender is calming. So you've got that combination of being grounded and centered while you're also focusing, right? Or using, say, a little peppermint, something uplifting, keep you alert. Balance is very grounding. And then the coriander is also helps with that alertness in the brain. So these lovely different blends, you can mix and blend all the different things to create a perfect aroma that's gonna maybe do more than just uplift you, you know? So we uplift, but also center ourselves, and that helps us focus, right? As I said, the Motivate blend really, really was one that I used a lot to help motivate myself to get out of the house, to go to a job I hated, especially because it's got those citrus and the peppermint in it. They really, you can lean on your oils to help you become motivated emotionally, physically. Many people use the Motivate blend to get up and get outside and exercising, go for a walk, go for a run. Others use it in that truly emotional side of it, but it is, you know, it helps shift your mindset and where you are, so that you want to get out, you want to start doing the thing that you need to be doing. And a few of those motivational blends that are lovely, that you could make in your diffuser. These are some great ones. Elevation is got a lot of citruses in there with the Motivate blend and some lime. Oh, that's going to be a very happy blend too. The Cheer and Citrus Bliss, super happy. It's going to get you up and moving and ready to attack the day, or maybe you need a little motivation cleaning the house sometimes, or, you know, doing your exercise, whatever it may be. using a nice blend can really get you going, and it makes the house smell amazing too. So the other thing I love about using our oils for on an emotional level is it doesn't just help me, it helps those who live in the house with me. So sometimes, like for focus and for motivation, I have definitely found certain blends that if my son needs to do his schoolwork, I will put a specific blend. I like to do the basil with peppermint and some citrus, so usually lemon, in the diffuser. It's going to help with his focus. It also smells really clean and refreshing. So when people come to the house, it smells nice. But it helps him focus and he doesn't even realize it. So that's really nice. This blend that's got the black pepper, frankincense, bergamot, and Douglas fir, that would be fantastic. Frankincense is wonderful for helping with our focus, but it's also grounding and centering. The black pepper is kind of, it helps you get moving, gets things kind of pumping and moving and spinning, right? And then the bergamot's going to be very uplifting. It's a citrus, and the Douglas fir is going to be grounding and centering. So this is going to be a lovely blend for motivating. So how do we use our oils? So as I said, we've got our uplifting, energizing oils, the citruses, the some of the others like peppermint, fennel, blue tansy. These are all wonderful oils that are going to help uplift, energize us. Now, I personally love to diffuse. I also like to put them on my body. So you could have them in a roller bottle and you could rub them on your pulse points, so your wrists, your heart, back of your neck, and then smell them. You definitely want to inhale them. They're going to help energize you, get you motivated, get you moving, and you can use them throughout the day. The other ways that you could use it, so there's, when I talk about using oils internally, I'm only talking doTERRA, but as you can see on this list, just about everything on this list, other than the blue tansy and the Douglas fir, comes from a food, right? The citruses, the oil from a citrus comes from the rind of the citrus. So it's, you know, when you peel an orange and you see that little spit, that's the essential oil coming out of the skin. Unless of course you've really dug in and but the oil from the skin of the fruit is amazing and really wonderful for us. And so you could put a drop of wild orange or grapefruit or peppermint in your water or your tea. So the peppermint, the oil sacs literally lay on the leaf of the peppermint leaf. So if you can pick a leaf off the plant and start chewing it, you should be able to use that oil internally. The thing is quality. Anyone who's been following me for a while knows I love to talk quality. doTERRA's oils are the purest oils you can get. Most oils on the marketplace, about 80% of the oils on the marketplace are adulterated or contaminated with synthetics, chemicals, all sorts of things. So for the most part, I do not recommend using essential oils internally unless, of course, you know that it's doTERRA, that it's 100% pure, that there is no contamination, no synthetics, no lab-created chemicals in your essential oils. And the big thing about that, both for taking internally, because internally it could literally make you sick, but also topically or aromatically, it could still make you sick. If you are breathing in these chemicals, it could make you sick. So you really want to be mindful of what kind of oils you're using, as well as and the quality of them. So that's honestly why I became a doTERRA essential oil educator. Once I learned about the difference in quality, I couldn't continue using what I was using. When you don't know and you're using it on your children or your family, or even yourself, you know, you want to make sure you're using the best. You don't want to be risking, when we're mindful of the food we eat, the things around us, you got to be mindful that what you're using is as pure as they say it is. Because the thing is, it's not regulated. So the bottle can be labeled 100% pure and be synthetic. So that's a problem, right? So calming oils. What oils can we use for calming? Well, of course, lavender. Everybody knows lavender, but there are so many other calming oils. Basil, although basil helps with focus, it's also very centering, grounding. You know, I love some of the florals like the neroli. Neroli is the orange flower. It's beautiful. I love things like magnolia. Jasmine is one that personally I don't like jasmine, but many people do. It is a sweet, beautiful aroma. I just, for my body, like I smell it, I'm like, oh, that's pretty. And then a few minutes later, I sneeze like I do to the plant as well. So it's not just, it's not just the aroma of the oil, it's the plant itself. My friend used to have a jasmine plant in her house and it would always make me sneeze. So apparently I'm sensitive to jasmine. And that is something to also keep in mind. Allergies hold true. So if you are sensitive or allergic to a plant, to say cinnamon or jasmine or whatever, you're going to be allergic to the essential oil. So don't use it, okay? We don't want you having a reaction to your essential oil because you use something that you have an allergy to, right? So yeah, but there are so many fantastic oils that can help with our soothing and calming of our mind and our body. Vetiver comes from grass that is grown in Haiti. It is very grounding, very centering, very calming. Spikenard is another wonderful one. It's kind of citrusy, but not quite. Not citrus, I'm sorry, kind of like a sort of like piney, but it also has a more woody smell to it. It's very earthy. And then Roman chamomile, lots of people know Roman chamomile is very calming, soothing. Now, when it comes to the calming oils, we can use these to center ourselves, to ground ourselves. They can help with sleep. I like to, if I'm really feeling like I need to calm down, whether it's something's upset me or emotionally or physically, I will take a deep breath. I'll inhale the oil. I'll maybe rub it on my heart. If it's bedtime and I know I need to just calm my body, get ready for sleep, I will rub it on my bottoms of my feet to help relax. So yeah, we definitely have to use our oils in these different ways. Sorry, I started thinking about something else. So yeah, we can diffuse them so you can diffuse like basil. It's going to give you a little bit of focus when you're studying and reading, but it's also going to help with mental clarity. And it is calming. So you're not going to be like stressed about what you're doing. You're just going to be relaxed and focused. Using that Motivate oil, you can boost that confidence, the courage, and it counteracts those negative emotions like doubt and pessimism. So if you struggle with that, if you struggle with feeling positive and feeling good about yourself emotionally, the Motivate oil could really help shift some things. The diffusing frankincense, I love diffusing it in the morning, doing some yoga, helps really focus and help you with a little bit of, say, some meditation as you're doing your yoga, to set that good intention for the day, to get things rolling in the right way. When you need a real pick-me-up, peppermint is my go-to. I love to inhale it, diffuse it, I love a drop in my water. When I put it in my water, you can drink it. It like wakes you up, wakes your mouth up, but it also, like, if you have it in an open cup, like I have a water bottle that I can leave open and it's not going to splash all over the place. And I was on a road trip, so I just kind of left the water bottle open and it kind of became a natural diffuser, diffusing that peppermint aroma so that I stayed alert and awake while I was on a long road trip. So that's nice too. And when it comes to uh, boosting your energy, uplifting that mood, you could rub wild orange on your hands and inhale it. And that is just really gonna wake you up, help you feel energized. That's a great thing, wild orange or peppermint, doing just inhaling a drop, putting a drop on your hands and inhaling it. Say at that 3 o'clock mark where you start to get the sleepy afternoon drowsiness where you might want a cup of coffee, have use a little essential oil to give you that pick me up to keep going. And then the InTune blend is an absolutely magnificent blend of frankincense, patchouli, I believe there's magnolia in it. It's got a whole bunch of beautiful oils that really helps with focus and staying in tune. This is one that I use a lot on my son for school days to help him be able to focus on his schoolwork. And I have to say, it works like a charm. It's a very powerful oil. And speaking of children, so helping our children focus. So if you're a mom or dad, you know that sometimes that can be very challenging. So using our oils is a wonderful way to help with that. First off, doTERRA made a kid's kit. So they're literally roller bottles like this that are already diluted to the right dilution for a child. And there's 7 different blends now that focus on different things. So some help with focus, some help with calming, soothing, some help with pain, and then emotional things like uplifting, feeling centered and steady. So those are fantastic. You could definitely use the kids blends to so the 2 emotional ones are Brave. Brave is a beautiful citrus blend that just makes you feel happy and brave. And then the other one is Steady. And I love Steady. Steady is fantastic. Steady helps you feel confident and literally steady. It's got magnolia and I believe a citrus, and I mean, not a citrus, a mint in there. And it's just grounding, centering, calming. It's a lovely, lovely blend for an adult or a child. When you're just feeling a little nervous about the day and you just need to feel steady and calm and centered. And then the Calmer blend from the kids blends is great. Calmer it's got the lavender, it's got some Roman chamomile. So it's very grounding, centering, calming, soothing. So it's a nice one for bedtime, but also you could use it at any time during the day. And then they have, so depending on what you use, you definitely can help your child with their emotions and their physical health. The cool thing about the kids blends are they're ready made and the kids get used to them and they start to just do it themselves. So they'll be like, oh, I need to relax now, so I'm going to put on some Calmer. Or my son tends to kind of play with a good bunch of them, but he really knows his oils at this point, and he knows, use the immune blend, and and then the Calmer, and he loves the it's called Rescuer. It's got peppermint, but it's also got copaiba in it, so it's very calming and easing of the body and soothes the body. So he uses that almost every night. And it empowers them. So that's kind of cool. But you as a mom or dad could also, you could diffuse some, as I said, the basil or the coriander are wonderful for focus and while also being soothing and calming. So like I like to diffuse the basil with some citrus and peppermint. Well, those are wonderful. And actually all of these are mentioned on this page because the basil is going to help stimulate the brain and the focus, while that peppermint uplifts and helps them with concentration as well and staying alert. And then the citrus really helps them feel positive about what they're doing. So maybe it's putting that citrus oil in the diffuser to get them going in the morning, or a blend when they need to be studying or something. My son, the other thing you want to keep in mind is if someone is drawn to a specific oil, go with it. Doesn't matter what the real, like, typical thing is, because, for example, a lot of children love wild orange and they will ask for wild orange at nighttime. And I know so many moms who say, no, 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 you can't have wild orange because it's going to wake you up and stimulate you. Well, the thing is, wild orange also diffuses fears. And by the age of 3, our children start having nightmares. They start having dreams that they remember, and they have nightmares, and they get scared in the middle of the night. If you're diffusing wild orange, it lets go of their fears and they relax, and then they can go to bed. If it's an aroma that helps you feel calm and helps you feel happy, use it. It doesn't matter what the books say, right? My friend's mother loves to diffuse the On Guard blend. It's orange with clove and eucalyptus and rosemary and peppermint. That is the so it's the On Guard blend. She diffuses this as her bedtime blend. Well, it's what makes her feel calm, centered, relaxed, but it's also got amazing things in it that are going to help with her immunity, help with her health. So who cares? Who cares if it's not the typical sleep blend? If it helps her relax and her go to sleep, that's all that matters. So just keep that in mind as well. Copaiba. So Copaiba, I can't do an oil class on emotions and mood without talking Copaiba, because Copaiba is a powerhouse oil. It literally supports all of our different systems. It works in our body similarly to CBD. So if you know anything about CBD, it helps calm anxieties, nervousness, pain. So a lot of people use it for different reasons, but Copaiba comes from the Copaiba plant in the Amazon. It is really grounding, centering. It works with our, sorry, my brain just stopped working. It works with our body to really calm the central nervous system and the brain, as well as our parasympathetic. So it's going to really support all different parts of our body. It boosts our immune system. It helps with our cardiovascular. It helps with our digestive, our nervous systems, our respiratory systems. It is calming and soothing. It eases pain. So there's so many ways you can use this oil. I like to use at least a drop, whether it's a drop on my hand, put it on the bottoms of my feet, maybe my spine right before bed. Maybe I'll put a drop under my tongue because it's one that you can take internally. Not, again, as I was talking about oils, not all oils can be used internally. So you want to make sure. And the cool thing about doTERRA's oils is if it's one you can take internally, there will be supplement effects on the bottle. So that's another thing to keep in mind. So I do that usually to help with aches and pains, just to kind of ease any tension in the body, but it also is going to support my cardiovascular, my immune system, my digestive system, so many different things. If I'm feeling a little anxious, I might rub a little on my chest and inhale it. So there's so many different ways. It's also very calming and soothing. So it's great for calming and soothing your skin. If you get acne, it helps clear and heal up blemishes. It actually is wonderful for our tooth and gum health. So you could gargle a bit. You could put some in some water and gargle it. Like I said, the aches and pains, it's great. Menstrual cramps, you could put it any sort of aches and pains. It's going to help ease that within seconds. The difference between this and CBD, first off, it doesn't come from the marijuana plant, so therefore it's not going to have any CBD or THC in it. And the thing is, some CBDs, although they should not have THC in it, some of them, quality-wise, they end up having some. So even if it's a minute amount, you may test positive on a drug test. And depending on where you work, that can be a huge problem. I used to work for a company that I could have gotten fired if I tested positive for anything. So, some people have to think about that. So, having an alternative that works very well. The other thing is most CBDs, you really only absorb about 3% of the actual product that's going to ease that tension, ease the nervousness, ease the pain. So whereas the Copaiba, it's about 60%, 60 to 70% of the chemical constituent is what is going to do that. So far more absorbed into the body and actually distributed and works. So it works within seconds. It's absolutely amazing. And you're going to get more benefit for actually a fraction of the cost. And then again, quality. We know, first off, this Copaiba has 4 different varietals of the Copaiba resin. So it's a more broad spectrum response that we're going to have to it, but also you're going to be able to know that the quality is really good. It's 100% pure. CBDs, just like essential oils, they're not regulated. So the CBD you buy at the grocery store or at the gas station is probably not that pure, probably not that great compared to maybe one you get somewhere else. But even at that, are you going to absorb as much? Is it pure? Or are you absorbing chemicals? Who knows, right? So you want to know that you're using something that is really going to work and be good for your body. So I love, when it comes to emotions and stress, one of the biggest things I use in order to ease stress is meditation. And using your essential oils while meditating really just takes it up a notch. So especially if you're kind of new to meditation, there's so many people that say, I can't meditate because I can't, clear my brain. Well, it's not about clearing your brain. It's about just letting go for a little while, right? You don't have to clear your brain. There's meditations that can be walking meditations. You still need to have a brain working to do a walking meditation. It's more about just getting your body into a focused, calm state. And so depending on what you're doing, like a walking meditation is literally, that could be a walk in the woods. You've probably seen those Zen paths that people walk on, where it's the whole point of it is being quiet, being mindful of what's around you, listening, seeing, hearing, using your senses, right? So walking meditations, I think, are actually very interesting for newer people to try. You could do it in the woods, though. You don't need the fancy Zen garden, right? It's just being present where you are, right? Maybe trying to get rid of those negative thoughts and just focusing on something other than that, right? Listening to your heart rate, calming your breathing, and being one with what's around you. So if that's out on a walking path, great. But you could also do it at home, and just sit for a few minutes. You don't have to do an hour meditation. You can do literally just a couple minutes. So I love to take my oils and take it up a notch. So you could use lavender. Lavender is wonderful, very calming, very peaceful. Balance is definitely one of my favorite oils. It's a beautiful, beautiful blend that is grounding, soothing. It's a combination of some trees and flowers. So it has spruce, it has hoe leaf, it has frankincense, blue tansy, blue chamomile, and osmanthus. So some beautiful florals along with some wonderful trees that are grounding and centering. So balance is really one of my absolute favorite ones to use. And so when you use them, you might want to diffuse it. So it's just going into the room. Sometimes people go to yoga classes and the teacher might be diffusing something, or you could literally roll it on your pulse points. So wrists, back of neck, heart area. And then what I like to do is inhale it from my wrists or from the bottom. And sometimes I'll even put a little on my bottom lip or under my nose so that I can smell it as I'm doing it, right? You could put it on the bottoms of your feet or roll it on your spine if that's available to you. But if it's not, just use that. And literally, even if you're watching this right now during work, you could take a few minutes and let's just do this. Let's take a few minutes and just do a short meditation. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit in our chair. We're going to close our eyes, sit with your feet on the ground. You can sit up straight and just take a deep cleansing breath. Let it out through your mouth. Breathe in again to the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe it out. Do one more. Let it out. And you're just going to keep breathing in a gentle, steady fashion. And just take a check-in with your body. Start at the top of your head. Relax your spine. Maybe wobble your neck a little. Roll your shoulders. Just trying to release any tension in the body. And you can do this both by kind of wiggling, but also using your breath. Take breath and breathe any tension out of your body. Check in with your heart. Check your arms, relax your arms. Go down your spine further. Maybe relax those hips a bit. And send the energy down your legs. Check your legs, make sure everything's comfortable, relaxed. So now we're gonna focus on our heart. We're going to breathe in and just imagine a glowing white light at your heart area. And as you breathe, help it grow. With each breath, help that light grow. And breathe in happiness, relaxation. Breathe out any negativity that might be in your body. And as you're breathing, that light's going to grow to the point that it is going beyond you. Just keep breathing. Fill your body with that light. It's a healing, calming, soothing light. Feel your body relax as it's filling with this light. And at this point, the light should be glowing beyond you, beyond your body. It's filling the room around you. Feeling positive energy, happiness all around you. And this is a feeling that you can go to and you can hold at any time. And you can come out whenever you're ready. But that was a simple, just a few minutes that just really easily shifts your energy, shifts your mindset, and it doesn't take long. There's plenty of wonderful apps. I love Mindset Timer because there's so many different guided meditations, there's courses, there's all sorts of things that you can follow along and learn more. Especially if you're a beginner, you can start with like a little 2-3 minute meditation. There's a lot of great ones for kids that I do with my son. But even a beginner could use it. What's that other one? There's so many. Calm is great. There's so many apps that you can use for meditation to help you guide you on the path. But this is a powerful tool that you can use to manage stress, especially if you do it just these short ones throughout your day. It's going to shift how you are connecting with all the things that you're doing in your life. You know, if you're always running at that stressed, crazy pace, it affects your whole body. There's a huge connection between our brain and our gut. And a lot of our happy, feel-good feelings are made in our gut. And we have to take care of our body. And stress is one of those things that it affects our gut, it affects our brain, it affects our heart, it affects all the things. And if we are not mindful to take care of ourselves and manage that stress, you know, our gut, most of our immune system is in our gut, our emotions, you know, the good chemicals, and then that connection between our brain and our gut. So even our mental health can be affected by our gut. So managing stress and then being mindful of what we eat and exercising and making sure we get sleep and balancing our hormones, all these things actually play a huge role in how we deal with our stress and our emotions, right? So you have to use those little steps. So a quick 2-minute meditation here, and throughout different parts of your day. Like I do this first thing in the morning. I will literally lay in bed and just think of some gratitude and do a quick short meditation, just like I just did. If I'm starting to feel stressed throughout the day, I'm going to take a few minutes and just do a short meditation. And then in the evenings, I like to try and do a longer one. Doesn't always happen, but doing things like that to be mindful of managing our stress is huge. But then, adding in those other lifestyle habits that are going to improve our body. When we improve our gut, it affects our brain. When we are taking good foods in, taking our vitamins that give us energy and nutrition, and using our oils to support our bodies on a cellular level, we really can shift how we're operating. We can shift how our body's responding to stress, to all the things coming at us, right? And when we are stressed, a lot of times it's hard to sleep, right? So first thing you might want to do is lean on those oils to help you sleep better. Finding those sleep oils like lavender, the Serenity blend, and helping us get a good night's sleep. So what I do is I will rub them on the bottoms of my feet, my spine. I will put them on my heart. Maybe you could put them in a little spray bottle and spritz your pillow so that you're smelling them as you're going to sleep, or diffusing them, right? These sleep oils are going to help you relax, help you get a good night's sleep, maybe help you even stay asleep throughout the night. Some people really struggle with that. They might be able to fall asleep, but then they wake up at 3 a.m., right? And in getting good sleep, it's going to support our body's ability to repair itself, to improve our memory, our focus, our mood. When we continually are not getting enough sleep, it just breaks all the things down. So again, it's a whole lifestyle shift in order to help our mood. But these are a few little tips and tricks of how we can use little incremental tools in our day, our oils, our meditations, in order to shift how we're responding to the world, how we're responding to our minds, all the things, right? And, it's very important to make sure that we are exercising, that we're eating healthy, and that we are getting that sleep. So I guess I started talking about this before I got to the slide. So I do want to say, if you do not have essential oils yet, I can absolutely help you with that. The best way to sign up is to get a kit, because the enrollment kits waive a membership fee. But they also, for the cost of buying all the items, you save about 20% on the products. And then so you get a savings for the products that you're getting, an added savings. And then going forward as a wholesale customer, you get to buy products at that wholesale price rather than the retail price for a full year. So that's fantastic. But the other thing is, if you use this referral link that's at the top of the page, that's a special referral link from me that honestly will get you the wholesale become a wholesale member for free. So like that's a special gift that happens if you use that link, whether you purchase a kit or just a couple oils that you need to start with. The other thing is, now with these kits, a couple of ones that I love the Simple Solutions, because it is, cost effective, it's inexpensive, but you get the Serenity oil. So it's going to help with your sleep, with calming your mind, your body. The On Guard oil, which is the immune blend, so boosting that immune system. It's the one that my friend's mother loves to diffuse. And lemon oil, which I absolutely love. I didn't actually talk about this. Lemon oil is incredible for our mind. It helps block stress hormones. So you could use it topically. You could put a drop in your water. It helps detoxify our body. So it's a wonderful, wonderful oil. And then the Deep Blue Rub, which is meant to help with like aches and pains, but it helps with reducing inflammation of bone, muscle, and nerves. So, you know, you can think of it like Bengay, only it's like a million times better because it's not chemical based and it really works on a cellular level for easing that inflammation of bones, muscles, and nerves. So that's powerful. The other one, the Healthy Start, is my next favorite because you get this cool diffuser, you get the top 10 oils, and it's really pretty affordable. So, and there's a couple other kits, you know, these are just a few of them. There's a few others that are great. So feel free to use this link, go check out the options that you have, and or you could always schedule a call with me. We can do a free wellness consultation. I am a holistic esthetician and doTERRA wellness advocate. So you can reach out to me, set up a one-to-one consultation. We can talk skin, we can talk oils, we can talk more about mood management, whatever you want. Maybe when you schedule your call, just put a note in there about what it is you might want to be talking about. So I have an idea of what we want to talk about. But I would love to help you on your wellness journey. And, you know, my approach to skincare is that we go from the inside out. And so that's why I do so much between the oils and the classes that I lead and whatnot. So that is it. I am going to stop the share and stop the recording.